Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm really nervous to film this video, mostly because I'm kind of scared to see what our numbers are. Just with how the market's been, the housing market, the stock market, and we have made so many changes since the last time I did one of these check-ins. But I'm going to be doing my quarterly debt and net worth assessment today. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. Hi there, my name is JoJo if this is your first time stopping by. On this channel, I share with you our family's journey to financial freedom. For us, that includes paying off debt, investing, and saving. This is the first video that I ever posted on YouTube using this document that I created to track our debt and net worth assessment. And of course, it all started with a debt confession. I also started tracking our net worth, which net worth is obviously going to be very personal as our finances are personal. You guys will probably hear my puppy barking. He likes to sit and window watch, and there's kids getting out of school right now. So you'll hear him in the background. But we're gonna just go ahead and get started. Let's see how things went from December of 2021 until March of 2022. So the month we're looking at is for March. And as I said, I do this quarterly. I just felt that it was more impactful for me, and I kind of obsessed over the numbers less as well. I see I forgot to put the interest rates, but let's see. I'll quickly fill all of these in. Okay, these are all of our debts. I am now going to be including our mortgage. We refinanced our house last year, but this is the first time that it is appearing on our debt sheet because we are implementing the velocity banking strategy that we have been using to pay off our amortized interest loans towards our mortgage this quarter. That was a huge move this quarter. Lots of changes, lots of money shifts, lots of adjustments. But I'm going to start here with our previous balances. Most all of these are now at zero and have remained at zero. Our student loan, which is housed within our HELOC, was at the end of December last year, $23,681.86. Our mortgage was at $200,005.87, and our HELOC with our mortgage in it was at zero. Our total minimum payments, $3,149.49. But that is including our mortgage. I like to keep track of how much we were spending on debt, and that was $1,729.41. Our current debt amount that is designated every month is $500 that goes towards our student loan, and then of course our mortgage. Paying off all of these debts freed up a lot of money for us to focus on investing and focus on saving, which was not what we were doing before. And that's kind of what landed us into debt in the past. We were not planning ahead with our finances. When things came up, we just financed it essentially. And now with us focusing on savings, we have that money available for us to still live our lives and continue on this journey, because if it is a journey, and that's where I found that savings became important, mostly with sinking funds, so that this could be a sustainable journey. And even when the debt is paid off, or kind of depending on what we want to do with our finances in the future, so that we can still live our lives abundantly and not frivolously. Where we are ending, since all we're focusing on now is the student loan, and then there's also this HELOC mortgage. Our student loan, we hit a big milestone this quarter. We got the student loan under $20,000, which to me, it just felt unreal. I started with $78,000 of student loan debt when I graduated in 2010, and that's essentially what I started with when I began this journey in February of 2020. So to see that number be in the teens and be able to say my student loan debt with a teen at the end of it just feels so amazing. Our mortgage is now at $178, $156.65. And that's because we pulled $20,000 out of our HELOC to put towards our mortgage to bring that principal balance down so that our amortization schedule shifts. There's usually a graph if you go to your mortgage site, they'll give you an amortization schedule in a graph form, and it essentially shifts that curve to the right to be able to shorten the amount of time it takes you to pay off your amortized interest loan and decrease the amount of interest that the bank can charge you on that lump sum of money over that term that you're assigned to pay that loan off. But for now, we're not focusing on the mortgage. The HELOC within the mortgage. We're just going to pay off the student loan first, and then that $500 minimum payment that's designated to our student loan is then going to roll into our mortgage. What we ended with in December was a total of $223,687.73 of debt, including our mortgage, and what we are ending quarter one with for 2022 is $217,712.96. Our current snowball is that $500. The amount that we were able to pay this quarter was $5,974.77, and that is including our mortgage. But if we break that down to our non-mortgage, it was $4,125.55. So you can see most of our principal paid down was towards that student loan. And that, since this is a quarterly debt and net worth assessment, that is over the last 3 months, we were able to pay a little over $4,000, which it always just amazes me to see our progress broken down like this, because when you're in the grind week to week, just chipping away at your debt, it doesn't seem as obvious. So if you're feeling discouraged, if you're on a debt-free journey and you feel like you're just taking baby steps, maybe look at your numbers from a different angle, and it might give you the motivation that you need to be able to continue on your journey. Because budget fatigue, debt payoff journey fatigue, it is real, y'all. This is a journey. It is not easy, but it is so rewarding. Next is our amount paid in total. What we have been able to pay in the last 2 years is $83,067.82, and that is non-mortgage debt. So in 2 years, that's averaging a little over $40,000 a year. It's mind-boggling. That is an entire salary that has been paid per year towards debt. It's unreal. I am so grateful for the progress we have made and really appreciate your guys' support. All right, next we're gonna move down to net worth. And this is where things kind of get crazy, because net worth is your assets, which for us is a house. Housing market's crazy, and vehicles, used vehicle prices are crazy, and investments in the stock market, and that has also been volatile. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fill out our numbers and come back and talk them over with you guys. Okay, here's everything filled out. We're gonna first start over here with our assets. Our house, this is what our bank estimates our house to be at. I like to underestimate our house, and my bank does a lower offer than Zillow does. So I usually go based off of my bank. If you look at my house value from last quarter, it has actually gone down by $20,000. which is realistic for the market right now. Since December, it has changed. Our cars, we own 3 different cars. They are all paid off. They are all models of cars that are known for their longevity. And the used car market is crazy. Like, what you see used cars selling for is a lot more than what we've seen in the past. I have stuck with my conservative numbers and not budged from them. I don't really weigh too much into our house as my asset or our cars as my asset, but I do know that if I needed to sell those, I would be able to get this amount of money for those different assets. Same with our motorhome. We actually had someone offer us money for our motorhome, but we still enjoy it very much, so I could obviously resell that. It's been paid off. Our timeshare is something that can be sold. The 2 that I'm more interested in are these bottom 2, our cash and metals and our investments. So what's included in cash is what I have liquid in my checking right now, and then also our sinking funds, our emergency fund, and our secondary savings account. I do also purchase metals such as gold and silver. I have coins and bars. I don't count our jewelry in this. This is only the coins and bars that I've purchased, but that is valued at $15,000. And as you can see, that has also gone down. It's decreased by about $5,000 since last quarter, and that is mostly because we had used our sinking funds. The next one is investments. My husband and I both have a 401k from our job. We take advantage of the match that our jobs offer. I have a Roth IRA. We're going to be looking at opening a Roth IRA for my husband as well. And then we have 529 plans and UTMA plans for our kids. And we also have a non-tax savings brokerage account as well. And if you look at our numbers, this is mostly what I'm interested in, is the investment accounts. It has gone up. It has gone up by $3,000. We have contributed more than that, but that's because the market has been down. We mostly invest in ETFs. I'm not risky when it comes to investing. I kind of like to just set things on autopilot and forget about it. That's another reason why I do this net worth assessment quarterly, so that I don't obsess over my numbers. My husband and I are not anywhere near retirement, so that's where we're just sticking with the same game plan, being consistent with our investments, with the understanding that our money will eventually begin to grow, begin to have that compound interest that we're hoping to take advantage of by focusing on investing while we're paying off debt. Because we are older. I'm 37. I'll be turning 38 this year. So time is of the essence for us, and we really want to beef up our retirement. So we really want to be able to allow our money as much time to sit in the market as possible. All of our assets total $668,973.80. And our assets is the same as what we went over up here, and that's the 217,712.96. To figure out our net worth, we are going to take the 668,973.80 minus 217,712.96, and our net worth is $451,260.84, which it has unfortunately gone down by about $15,000 from last quarter, but that is mostly from the housing decrease and our sinking fund decrease. But again, our investments have increased, our debt has decreased, and those are the numbers that I am mainly going to focus on. It is, of course, disappointing to see that the numbers have gone down, but I look at this more as overall long-term trends. We're not going to change anything we're doing as far as our financial goals. Let me know if you guys reviewed your debt and net worth this month. Did your numbers go up? Did they go down? Do you do it monthly, quarterly, twice a year, yearly? I'm always curious to hear how people track their numbers. And if you aren't tracking them, again, I would strongly encourage you to do so. It just gives you a different snapshot of your progress, and it might give you that motivation you need to continue on your journey. I hope you guys are doing great and having a wonderful April. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.